Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome to another unboxing. This is En Route, a stroll and write game with 7 cities inside. Hong Kong, Rio, London, Paris, New York, and Cairo. Let's have a little read. Make city tours for every taste. Choose one of the world famous cities, attract as many tourists as possible, and create the perfect route, including the most popular landmarks. En Route is suitable for beginners and experienced players. Start with a simplified game and try out increasingly complex cities and game modes as your skill grows. So this is one of my favourite genres of game, a flip and write game, drawing on a board as you move forward with various things. We have the instruction book, or the rule book. There's a fair amount in here from the looks of things, but there you go. There's 19 pages, I guess 20 pages if we've got some commonly forgotten rules on the back. But equally, there's various modes for some of the games. So you can play team mode or special rules, those sorts of things here. We have cities of the world. So I'm going to guess this is going to tell us how we play in various locations. So setup changes for London, setup changes for Rio, etc, etc. Interesting, we'll get to that at some point. Then we have some boards. They are in, they all look like they're, let's just take all of these out. Okay, so let's have a little look. Obviously, I was in London the start of the week, so I'm intrigued by the London one, but let's have a little look at what we've got. So we've got Paris on this side of the map. Now what you can see is there's various coordinates down the top and the left here. So we're going to be turning over 2 cards and choosing which combination of the coordinates. So we've got a 2 and a 3. We might want to go here. We might also want to switch it up. So we can choose where we're going with those coordinates, and then we're writing basically the tourist down in the location of that matching. So let's say we had where are we looking? The Muse du Orsay. Apologies for the butchering it. If we had this as a location and our card had 4 tourists on, we'd draw the 4 tourists on here. The other thing we're going to be doing is drawing a route around the city, and each time we cross various thresholds, you can see there's a coffee cup here, there's various other things here. We're going to be getting bonuses and scoring those as we go. There's also some other bits and pieces on here, but if we flip this over, now we can see London. I should be able to pronounce these far more easily. So we've got Shakespeare's Globe, we've got St Paul's Cathedral, the Gherkin up there in the top corner. And again, same thing, we've got coordinates around the outside, we're going to be scoring. And if we open this up, you can see we have New York City. So you can see the Empire State Building, the Carnegie Hall, all of those sorts of things, Wall Street. So I'm looking forward to seeing the real life places in these as we go. So that's those. We've also got this second one. Now what this has in is going to have Hong Kong and Cairo in it, but it's also going to have the tutorial, I guess, the introduction city, my first city. You can see this has got some kind of generic landmarks here, like the ancient fountain and the flying castle, but this is kind of where they expect you to start with this. On the other side we have the Rio de Janeiro, so some of the well-known locations here, including the football stadium. Love that. Okay, so that's that, but then we have, that's all 4 of those, and then we have Cairo here. So obviously you know what we're getting with Cairo, and then if we flip it over we have Hong Kong with the clock tower and various others. So we're going to be able to choose multiple different places as we go and play this game. Then we have the landmark sort of round track and various other things. What this is doing is every time you play a tourist with one of these locations on, you're going to put a tick in these boxes, and they're going to be worth more points, less points as we go. This is the round track. You can see there's New York's. We've then got London, the Tower of London, St Paul's Cathedral and Big Ben. And then Rio, the Carnival, Christ the Redeemer, etc. And then Cairo and Hong Kong. And then obviously Paris there as well. Okay, so they're going to be helping us sort of mark things off here. You then get an abundance of markers. I won't open these up, they're markers with rubbers on the end, but you get 4 different colours because that's the colour of the tourists plus the route that you're going to be marking. And then let's see if we can dive into some of these cards. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so we have my first city, and you can see these cards on the back here with the locations. And then we've got the tourist cards. You can see there's some blue ones here with various coordinates, as I say on here. So you might have 1 and 6 or 6 and 1 as you go through. And these are obviously different types of tourists. They're going to want to go to different places. I think there's like cultural. There's green spaces, natural beauty type spaces. Then you have these unique cards. So repeat twice 1 tourist from the other card. And then you've got these scoring abilities. So you can see here, circular route, indirect route. If you make these things happen, you get more points. We've then got the active round tracker here. And then we've got these cards. Once per game, draw 1 section anywhere and then discard this card. Personal objectives, all sorts of those. Solo player reference, and then solo challenge table. And then I'm going to guess these guys are just straight up more tourists. Oh no, these look a little bit different. I'm not sure what's on the other side of these. I haven't played this game, obviously, so I don't know all of the bits and pieces. So there might be some bits I get a bit stuck on, but you can see we've got more tourists here. We've got more different scoring abilities. You can see that these scoring abilities have an A, B, a C, etc. on them. You're going to take one of each of those at random. And you can see some of these tourists have various landmarks in as we go. Not entirely sure what these are. Be interesting to see. And some more tourists here. These are purple ones. Interesting. And then a few others dotted in here. We'll tell you what cities these tourists come from, so you can see these ones are New York. And then we've got coffee cups, ticket to the Statue of Liberty. And then we've got some more scoring for New York specifically there, so that's them. And then we've got one more deck of cards. I do like that this comes out, so you can use this on the table to hold those cards, which is quite nice. Yeah, I like games where they don't use plastic, but if they are using plastic, it's nice that it's used for something really useful, as sort of in play as well as just being in the box to hold cards. Yeah, interestingly, as much as I would love to see games not use plastic, I've got Earthborn Rangers, and the holder for what is a card game in that game is shocking. So, you know, it's just about finding and getting it right. So these are the tourists for London and the first city here. And then we've got Russell Square, Victoria, Tottenham Court Road, the River Thames waterfront. So there's all sorts of things here. Then we're into Rio, and then Cairo here as well, with some scoring objectives there. And that is everything that's in the box. You know, I appreciate it was a bit of a fly through on this one, and I don't quite know all of the bits and pieces, but I am hopeful to get this to the table fairly soon. As you know, on the channel, I do love a flip and write, a roll and write, a verb and write, whatever you want to call them as. I have a massive soft spot for them, and I love putting them on the channel. So hopefully we'll get this to the channel fairly soon. I have a couple more coming as well, so you know, we'll keep an eye out for those. If you enjoyed this, if you've got this game, let me know your thoughts. If you play it solo, if you play it multiplayer, let me know your thoughts on it. I think it was a Kickstarter originally, and is now out in retail. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave me a comment. All of those things really help with the engagement. And then finally, if you want to support the channel, go and check out the Patreon, where we have loads of content on there, including unique content and various first looks and blogs, etc. So thank you so much. I will see you all again soon.